Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've got another episode of the Steel Target Paint Podcast. I have finally recovered from the match. We got Steve. Steve, you there?
What's up, Jeff? How are you?
I'm doing well. Last week, West Florida Steel Challenge Championship, ninth annual. Here it is. It's Thursday morning. Thursday, it's about noon. And I think I may have finally recovered. How about you?
Man, you know, it was an absolutely fantastic match. I don't, there's people that add and drop, and so I think you still officially sold that bad boy out. But man, it was a great match, and we can talk a little bit more detail about that. But man, I shot the morning and afternoon on Friday, and I was beat Friday night, and then Saturday night. I mean, I went to bed like a toddler, man. I was like, somebody come tuck me in.
Well,
Anyway, it was great.
for me, it was we had a local match Wednesday night, so we set up the stages Wednesday night, and of course I'd been training Tuesday and Wednesday teaching, and then we shot the match Wednesday night. Then we were back there Thursday morning and polished up the stages so they were perfect. Shot Thursday afternoon, shot Friday morning, shot Friday afternoon. By the time afternoon came around, yeah, I was a vegetable.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And
What time did you set up on Thursday or
we
Wednesday?
so Wednesday night we had the local match, so we were able
Okay.
to get the stages kind of, we try to get them as close as possible every week. We use it. It's sometimes it's difficult with for those of you that have been at the WAC, the berms will kind of fall into the bays, um, especially when it rains, and so you have to play around with some stick heights on occasion. For so that got set up Wednesday night. Thursday morning we got there, double checked all the dimensions, triangulating off the start box, then brought the transit in, shot them all to make sure they were all to proper height, and locked them down.
Right.
And so that was Thursday morning, and we finished that probably about 11:30. We were able to go enjoy lunch, and then shot the first session Thursday afternoon. And that still had some. It was mostly people who were helping with the build, but there were also some paid shooters there. And that's kind of how we were able to get to the number we got this year, which was 330 guns.
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah,
that's a record, isn't it?
it is a record. Yeah. Last year was 301, and I'm done trying to break records, Steve.
You're
Um,
gonna have to add days, bays, or something,
yeah,
man. I don't know what.
my goal now, actually my goal for this year, and we just got, we're very fortunate that we got as many as we had in the match, but is putting on that great match, having great ROs. Um, I had one person come up to me and say that he'd been shooting for 35 years, and this is one of the best RO crews he'd ever had.
Oh, I think we've talked about that on the podcast before. The it is a unique shooting experience shooting in the cave
Yep.
down there,
Yep.
but just in terms of like how the match was run, I mean, it's the speed six. Everybody started at, 9 or 10 after 9, and everybody was done by noon or 10 after 12. And then you had people that fired back up at 1 o'clock, and it just ran like a machine, and
Well,
sometimes
that's Speed
it's
Six is just so much fun. It really is because they all stay on time. Even when we've got Showdown up top, um, Bit was running the people mover, helping people
yep,
get up there, keeping things, trying to
yep.
stay as much on time as possible. I had extra ROs up on Showdown to keep people moving. Um, it is, you know, compared to some of the other years, it really was. It ran the smoothest. 9 years in a 9 year annual, and we finally got it right.
But it's like shooting on Friday or whatever. It was just kind of like it's just like you're shooting a big local match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very friendly group. Of course, everybody's serious and safety is number one and all that kind of stuff. But we had a great time, you know. It's
Yeah.
just a great staff, a great dedicated staff too. You know, there's a lot of familiar faces year after year down there, which is really, really cool.
Yep.
You know,
I keep track. I have the history of all the matches in a spreadsheet, and we had some unfortunate drops this year that had made it every year prior.
mm,
Um, but we
yeah.
still have five people that have been at every match.
Really?
Yep, myself and Dean as ROs are two of them, but the other three are competitors.
Hmm.
And so, next year for the 10th annual, there's going to be something nice for them, but there's also going to be something big. I don't know what it is yet, but I just want to add something to that match to dedicate to the fact that it's 10 years that that match has been running.
That's absolutely
I have no idea what
fantastic.
it's going to I have no idea what it's going to be yet, but I'll
Hmm.
think of something. One of the big changes or additions we made this year, and you've shot down at the WAC a number of times, is based on the stage, based on the time of day, you might get some plates that we jokingly call turn into the God plates.
Yes, I'm
We
familiar.
we did our best to try to eliminate that by moving some barrels on top of the roof and trying to block the sun as best we could. I'm not saying we did a perfect job because it's very difficult to manage it for from 9 in the morning till 4 at night. But I think we did a pretty good job at trying to eliminate as many of those very bright plates as possible.
Yeah, I think 5 to go is where I started. I think both days. And that's been typically the
Plate four.
oh man, that bay has been historically challenging and no, I think that one was pretty spot on. For some reason though, there's a plate or two down the back there that somebody it like moves on itself. I don't know. That's another story, but yeah, it's like I
I
swear I
had
hit that.
I had somebody tell me this weekend. It was actually I'll call him out because it's funny. Steve Nelson. I said, "How you doing today?" He goes, "I fired a lot of warning shots at the plates today." I like that. I like that. Instead of saying I missed, I just fired a lot of warning shots.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah,
Man,
it was the again staying on time. But the additions that we've been able to make to the match with Marcello cooking.
oh
Um,
my gosh. The best chicken Marcel I've ever had in
Actually, it
my
was. I
life.
kept saying it was chicken marsala. It was chicken cacciatore,
Okay.
but still, it was
That
amazing.
too.
It was amazing. Um,
That was I don't know if I told you this, Jeff, but I went back for round two.
I'm glad you did. I'll let you in on a little secret. After it was all done, um, there were no cannolis left because they came home with me.
Dude, those cannolis were like spot on.
Yeah, and they're just so easy to pop in your mouth. I definitely ate too many of them. So,
Oh my God, my inner fat kid came out. It just was like, yeah, I
yep,
don't know if it was
yep,
Saturday. I looked to the right, oh yeah, everybody's busy shooting. Let's head up to the clubhouse. So I took Oakley up there with me. I'm like, hey
yep.
man, you hungry? I felt less bad if I brought a youngster with me. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah. I'm here for him. I'm just helping him
Yeah,
out.
that's right. That's right. Look at the kid. He's starving. Let's feed him.
No, that having Marcello as the clubhouse manager has been a godsend for the matches because I want to feed the shooters and the ROs, um, and to make it simple and cost effective. I'd always get the public subs, but now with him wanting to cook and the club wanting him to do that, I mean, I don't know if you realized it, but on both Saturday and Sunday, um, the treasurer and the current vice president were there serving.
Oh, I
They,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah, I met him. I didn't know
yeah. Mike
what
Smith
the.
and Paul Williams were out there, and they were they were
Oh,
they
that's
were
cool.
serving because they enjoy it. They enjoy meeting the people. Um, so yeah, it was a great day. We had a little rain on Sunday, but it really wasn't that. it wasn't as bad as it's been in the past.
No, there's a couple monsoons that's rolled
Yeah.
through there. But you know, the other interesting part is Daniel and Ty Harris with their little cooler
Hmm.
buggies.
And
Man,
that was all on them.
dude, they were serving ice cream all, each of those days. Man, they were like cold, frozen. And
Yeah.
so, giving away industry secrets here, but so what they did is they packed those coolers with dry ice,
Yep.
and that ice cream, it was, dude, it was, it was hot out, man, for
Yep.
me. It was 80, 82 degrees on Friday and Saturday, both a little humid, a little humid. And so, yeah, I had my fill of ice cream and it was on point. Sometimes you worry about, you have to plug something in or something like that, but man, that dry ice lasted like 2 days or something, I think Daniel was saying. So that was fantastic. So you had the sub on, what was that, on Thursday,
We
Friday, and
did we
then
did we did we did sandwiches on Friday,
yep, and then
and
the
the cacciatore on Saturday and Sunday. And then those guys, not only did they have their coolers, so those that don't know, Daniel and Ty have motorized coolers.
yeah,
And normally what they're doing is they've always got water in them, and they're always happy to share water with people. And they've got a cart behind the one that Daniel drives, and that's got where they hold their
snacks.
guns. Well, it's got their guns and their ammos, and then they put a cooler behind that, or
Yeah,
a cart behind that that had
yeah,
like chips and cookies and
yep,
so forth. And yeah,
yep.
I had, well, I'm not going to say how many I had because I don't want to incriminate myself, to the point where I wasn't sure if I was going to eat lunch. I was just going to eat snacks all day, and then I smelled the cacciatore, and I was like, oh no, I have to eat that too.
Dude, that was so, like, the noodles were great, the chicken
Hmm.
was fantastic. I
Hmm.
mean,
No, he does a great job, and uh, everybody loves that, and it's just a welcome addition to the match, you know. And I'm not taking away from any other matches, because they don't have the ability to do it, but this is something that we can provide at the WAC for the shooters.
yeah, yeah.
So now, speaking of the back and all that, you did shoot on Friday, and then Saturday, you and Teresa were crushing it at your tent because you were a vendor at the match.
Man, it was
I don't
like
know if I looked over
super
there at any
busy.
point there wasn't somebody there.
Yeah, it was super busy the whole time. It was really cool because I haven't made every West Florida match, but I've made more than I've missed. But I think I missed one or two. But so I think I'm 7 for 9. That's what my
I'm gonna,
recollection
as you
is.
talk, I'm gonna look it up right now. So
All
keep
right,
talking.
all right. I think it's 7 for 9. Maybe it's 6 for 9. I don't know. Anyway,
Well,
so
there was the one year where you like the day
oh.
before you got violently ill.
Oh, yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. That was in tough shape. And actually, 2 years ago, we had in my wife got some, I'm putting it on her, sorry, baby, but she got some crappy gas at like a Kroger. And
Hmm.
so it's back when we had the red F-150.
Yep.
And so I had Caleb and Vanessa with me, and the truck was spitting, sputtering, lights were on. I'm like, what in the heck? And then, did some research on my phone, pulled over. This is Friday evening at like 6 o'clock. And, I'm on the side of I-75. I'm like, do I drive this thing down or not? And we didn't get in until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but ended up just cycled out some of the water or whatever was in that crappy gas. But yeah, that
Hmm.
one was touch and go.
Yeah,
But
you are 7 of 9.
7 of 9. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, and if I'm looking here, because the other thing I have is the number of guns
Mm,
that you've shot in the match.
mm.
And I think sort this, data sort. Oh, sort it the correct way.
I think I shot four the last
You are
couple
in
years.
second place.
Am I?
Yes, you have shot 36 guns at West Florida.
Dang. Who's number one? You?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm at 48. And Jeff Wooten is at 35. So yeah, even
Okay.
though you've
All
been
right.
there
All right. All right.
for 2 years less than him, you still got one more gun than him.
There you go. There you go.
But
Uh,
it's crazy too, looking at the history um of the match, and you go back to the first match, there was one OSR shot, and it was all single digits until this year, and there were 13.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know. A resurgence of revolvers.
What
Um,
so how many rimfire revolver open guns were they? Or is it optic?
there was 10 in the match.
10.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and again, you look back to that first match, there were 41 RFROs. This match there was 83.
Oh my gosh.
There were 26 RFPOs. This match there were 68. And
Wow.
there were 37 PCCOs. In this match there were 55.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Um, and it's just, being a numbers guy, I love looking at this stuff. Now, here's an interesting reverse. The first match, there were 21 production guns. There was one this year,
Mm,
which, is kind of where the game is going. I mean, there are still
yeah.
people who are shooting some of those iron sight guns, but they're tough.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
face it.
they really are.
You know, I personally think single stack is harder than iron sight revolver because I have no expectations with iron sight revolver.
Oh no, for sure. For sure.
so, so yeah, that was good. But anyway, so getting back to your booth that you set up, man, you had the rifles there, you had the pistols there. I found out after we talked that you no longer own the flame gun. That is now owned by someone, I believe you said in Mississippi.
Out in Missouri, I think.
Missouri. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there were some amazing, amazing paint jobs. I wanted to steal Jim Sheep's gun.
Oh
That
man,
was sweet looking.
I appreciate that. Jim came to us with a crazy idea and said, "Hey, I want this, that, da da da." I said, "You want me to paint the kitchen sink on there too?" No, I'm just kidding, Jim. But it was a cool idea, and
Yeah.
that one, my wife's like, because we brought it down to show him and all
Right.
that kind of stuff, and he saw pictures of it, hadn't seen it in person. But we had it out on the first day, like up front, and I mean, people were just manhandling some more. I was like, we need to put that kind of like in the back over here and that kind of thing.
Well,
But
I joked with him. I saw him and I said, "Hey Jim, I'm sorry to hear about your gun." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, Steve brought down your gun, but it's missing, and it's not in the back of my van. No, it's not in the back of my van."
Yeah, he
Well,
was.
that what was cool about that gun too is the motif that he put it in. And for those that don't know, go on Facebook. It's the black and gold one with the honeycomb
Yeah,
fading.
yeah, yeah.
It really fit the colors of the match this year.
Yeah, it did, man. It's like it was made for it, right? With the
Yeah,
jersey and stuff
yeah.
like that. So yeah, that was cool. And then showing Zach his US Air Force precision defense gun. That's the first
Yep.
time that he saw that in person. So he was super super stoked about that. We debuted my wife's wonderful idea, so now we've got Creekside custom drool towels available
I have
at
one,
the.
and I have not drooled on it yet, but I have one.
Hey, you never know, man. You got to keep your guns free from drool.
We
So
know
yeah,
there's a
that
there was
was
a
cool.
picture too. There looked like there was multiple Steve Fosters running around that day.
Yeah, to the untrained eye, you don't know who's who. That was pretty cool.
Well, then you
And
had you also you kind of kept it under wraps, and you actually had a match gun for this match, which was awesome. Um,
yeah, yeah.
and you were able to give that away to the winner. That
Mark.
was Mark Schaefer.
Yeah.
And from what I saw him in the parking lot, and there might have been a tear in his eye.
Oh, he was pretty choked up about it, and I was too, man. It's really cool that, from a sponsor side, let alone a competitor side, that people really appreciate something that you're donating and that kind of thing. And that's what it's all about, is giving back to the competitors in the sport. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
we get a lot out of the sport, but our goal and mission's always been from day one, and is to give back, probably even more to the sport than, financially what we should. But, we really enjoy it, and thanks for the opportunity to be a part of the match and all that kind of
Oh
stuff, man.
man,
It's
you
great
guys
to
are,
support it.
yeah, it's 100%. I mean, of course, our other vendor this year was Ron Sad with 3D Gun Gear,
Hmm.
and he knocked it out of the park as well.
Yep.
He debuted the new Shakedown, which is something that I worked on him with to when you're shooting rimfire revolver to be able to dump your um, spent and half spent cylinder
Right.
into this, shake it around, slide up the bottom, and you can actually pick out the good rounds to sort out the spent rounds.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
So he had those, and I think you got one too. That Glock mag loader.
Yeah, I got one just to try it out, man. See how it
Yeah,
goes. It looks pretty slick.
I used it yesterday, and it is pretty slick.
That's cool.
So that was fun. And of course, he's got a lot of revolver stuff too. The uh, is it the Huffy cases that they fit in? I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I forget.
That's
Or
pretty
no,
cool.
I think they're Milwaukee
Could
cases
be, could
that they
be.
fit
Yep.
in. Yeah. But anyways, it was great having him there. We did miss Brian. Brian tries to be at the match every year, but this year he was at End of Trail, which is the Single Action Society's national championship,
Yep.
and we fully understood that he's the official eyewear of that organization, and so he was out there. But hopefully, they run it on a different weekend next year, and we'll have him down as well.
Yeah.
Um,
The cool part about, like this past weekend, it was the first time that people, like to the public, had really seen the new adjustable race carbon fiber buttstock that we have.
mhm.
Dude, it was overwhelmed by the
I heard
response
the truck went
because,
home lighter than it came down with
man,
regards to those.
we sold every single one that we brought with us, which I was just flabbergasted by. Because sometimes as like a designer event or whatever you want to call it, you know what you like, but it's always, like the grips and the magwell and the 1922 trigger, which has just been so like very, very popular, and we're grateful
Hmm.
for everybody that has purchased one. We really sincerely are. The buttstock was the same way. We had a decked out, debuted kind of this Tipman RCR 26 with the Creekside handguard, Hogue adjustable grip, the buttstock, and then something that my wife didn't want me to talk about, but it's out on the website right now, is our new patent pending AR safety 45 degree with the thumb rest. It's called the
Yep.
CC Speed Ledge AR safety. So that's out there. And, people picked up that tip and went, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And we tried to keep it kind of like a neutral adjustability. And yeah, it's just so cool when it resonates with other people, stuff that you like, and you're able to articulate why you like it and put it in somebody's shoulder. And it's just like with the 1922 trigger, as well as this product, that 99% of the people that pick it up, they give you that whole face.
Hmm.
I've got a video I can't post out on social media of somebody that was shooting that Titman for the first time with that buttstock. Yeah, it was. I may bleep it out and still post it, but yeah, dude, it's just so reaffirming when you put your time. I mean,
Well,
just the
here's
time and
here.
effort into
I
it's
know
crazy.
you're going to see it more and more, but I train Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I teach Tuesday, Wednesdays, and
Mm-hmm.
Thursdays, and I did
Mm-hmm.
take off Tuesday to just get a little breather. Did schedule some Tuesday people on to Wednesday. Anyways, between Wednesday and Thursday, there were 6 guns with those buttstocks already on them.
Yeah.
People running them,
Yep.
and I know of at least one other one that was ordered yesterday
Mm-hmm.
because he saw them.
Yep. 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 Shipped out
And
today. Yep.
yeah, it's just yeah. Well, again, you know, I say this about you, I say this about Ron. You guys are shooters.
Yep.
And you listen to the shooters and you know what the shooters want, you know what you'd like, and
Yes.
you figure it out.
Yep.
So that's really cool. All
So
right.
yeah, man,
Well,
that was awesome. That was awesome. So we got the Georgia State Steel
yeah,
Challenge
two
Championship.
weeks, actually a
Yeah.
week from tomorrow. Actually,
Yeah.
technically a week from today it starts.
Yep. Yep.
And that is going to be another good one. That match is sold out. I think it's over 320 guns,
Yes.
which is phenomenal in its own right. Um, that match was again the brainchild. I remember talking with Alan when he wanted to put it up, and the one thing I said was, give it a name that's your own, and no one can take it away from you.
Yep. Yep.
And so he also asked about should it run the 8 or the 6, and he's running the speed 6, which is
Yes.
awesome. We love the speed 6. And I can't wait to go up there and see everybody. It's going to be a good time. It was a great time last year, had a blast. And I'm looking forward to it again this year. Although last year there was I think I was hanging out of the back of your truck at one point. I don't know if it was me or not. I don't think that'll be there this year, which may not be a bad thing.
You never know. It could make a cameo. But yeah, man, it's we got a couple of cool things in store. We're gonna give away quite a bit of stuff. We've got 3 custom guns and
I
part
forgot
part
I forgot I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just realized I forgot to tell the people what you also gave me.
Oh, that's what was that, Jeff? That's actually
So
my wife, but I claim
Teresa figured out that I like silly socks, and I now have a pair of socks with Steve Foster's face
and
all over
hearts and
and hearts.
hearts.
Yes, yes, yes. They are. It was hilarious. In fact, I went into the restroom and changed my boots and my socks and wore them for that match that day. And they may make an appearance at Georgia. I'm not sure. But speaking of that, it wasn't April 1st, so I don't know if it was true or not. Is there going to be a line of Creekside merch that just has your face on it?
I don't know what she's planning. My wife, she's the creative one when it comes to all that stuff. So
I mean, the Steve Foster blanket that we had at the match last year was amazing, but to think you could own your own Steve Foster blanket, it's
uh, there's not enough time to get orders in, Jeff. Yeah. But what we do have, we're gonna unveil it at the match. We've got 2 guns that we're finishing,
Mhm.
partnering with, of course, Ruger. We got a Mark IV we're gonna deck out, and then we got a 1022 carbon fiber barrel, Crazy Ivan,
Mm.
comp chassis that we're gonna rock and roll there. And then our friends at Volquartsen, we're partnering with them on the Mamba, and oh my god, dude, it is. I thought the Sleepy Hollow gun was awesome because it
Yeah.
was. This one, maybe I don't know, man. It's oh, I don't know. Whoever wins it, come see me after the match. I may have a cash offer for it's freaking nuts. It's real. It's cool. It's
All
cool, man.
right.
It's cool.
Can't wait to see it.
So,
Can't wait to see it.
but that gun alone will probably be, I don't know, retail value probably $2,500, $3,000 by itself, and we're gonna give that away.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So
fantastic.
it will be cool. And Alan and Mike, Brazel, they did a fantastic job putting this match together, and it's been sold out, and it's just crazy. Two
Yeah, it
years
didn't take
ago,
too long for that one to sell out either.
no, what was it? 2 years ago, it was like 170, 180 guns. Last year
Mhm.
was 270, 280, and this year it's 320 something.
All
So,
I know is that somebody asked me if I had signed up for Georgia, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll get to it." And it was, it had been open for a bit, and and when I say a bit, a couple of days, and I went online, and I'm like, "Oh crap, there's no room left."
yep.
And luckily, when I say no room, I was able to get 3 guns in, and so that was awesome. but I'm looking forward to being there and seeing everybody and just, again, enjoying that match. It's a good match. So
Season's underway, Jeff.
you got it. Kicks off with a match at the WAC. Right now, I'm looking at the matches for this year, and it's going to end with a match at the WAC with the in November. We're going to have the Florida State Steel Challenge Championships again.
When is it in November?
That's going to be in November. It's going to be the week before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So hopefully we're gonna knock that one out of the park as well. I'm not even gonna say hopefully. We will knock that one out of the park as
for
well.
sure, man, for sure.
But yeah, looking at the schedule, yeah, we got the Creekside Custom Georgia State Steel Challenge Championships coming up. First weekend there in March. The U.S. Steel match is coming up in end of March. Area 3 area matches are starting to kick in. That's going to be in April. NC State up in North Carolina, according to our friend Randall, it's not Cherryville, it's Cherville.
Cherville.
So I will be at that match. Zach and I are going to split our emming duties again at that match. That is also a Speed 6.
Yep.
So that'll be a good one. And then getting into May, you've got the Pennsylvania State Steel Challenge Championships. We've got Utah State Steel Challenge Championships. And the end of May, we got the Vortex Optics World Speed Shooting Championships. And again, in beautiful Talladega, Alabama. And that match, we did the slot policy signups a week before it opened for general registration. And I'm pretty sure general registration was open for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So that one is going to be full again. I know Zach is actively working the wait list when people drop or can't make it, or vendor slots don't get used. He's getting those out to the people who are on the wait list. So we got a lot of shooting coming up.
It's crazy. We're knee deep in it. It just began.
Loving every minute of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Cool stuff happening.
Yep. All right, people. Well, Steve, always a fun one talking with you. Thanks for coming down to West Florida. Can't wait to see you in Georgia.
All right. We'll see you here next weekend.
All right, everybody. And don't forget, if you need anything from rangestore.net, please use the discount code STPodcast10 for 10% off your order. Thanks again. Bye-bye.